it's Kelli Nova here for an update on my Zatanna jacket! I'm making it all by hand, and it's been exciting and frustrating and exhilarating and really awesome and really painful at times. I'm using this velvety suede kind of material because I felt like it felt very magician-y, and I think it's looking pretty great so far, if I do say so myself. The jacket is going to have a lining to it. I haven't quite gotten the lining yet because I'm working on the fitting for the jacket, and then I'm going to make the lining and get it fitted exactly how I'm doing this one, and then put it all together. As you can see, I gave myself pointy shoulders. This side has boning in it, you know, the stiff stuff that goes into corsets, and although it sticks up quite nicely, it kind of limits my movement, and I don't know if I really like it, so I might just stick with the non-boning. What do you think? Boning, not boning, that sounds really awful. I haven't gotten the buttons yet, but when I do, it's gonna go like that. To make my jacket pattern, I used a simplicity pattern, and I altered it quite drastically, actually, to make this lovely piece of work. I'm really proud of it. I think it's coming out really well. I made a prototype, and here it is on my dress form. Yeah, it looks awesome. And then I made a real version out of the fancy pants fabric. And then I realized that I had to alter it a lot. The thing with commercial patterns is that they'll give you a size, and then under the size they'll give you the measurements, the bust, the waist, and the hip measurements that go along with each size. I did a review on this book called Fast Fit, and that actually was a great resource on how to properly measure yourself. Everything. It was wonderful, and so I used that to help figure out what size I needed. Usually I'm a size 8 in commercial patterns, but this pattern was saying I was a size 12. So this is the size 12, and it kind of fits. I did have to make some alterations because apparently, I didn't realize this, but you can actually be like 4 different sizes in commercial patterns. So I do have more narrow shoulders. It fit the back, the shoulders not so much. So I had to fix the shoulders. They fit in the shoulders really well now. Basically the seam was way down over here and it needed to be up here. So I had to narrow the shoulders in just a little bit. And it didn't fit my waist like at all. So I had to bring it into the waist. And I ended up bringing it in 2 inches on each side. So my seam is here, and this is how much fabric I cut. So that's like 2 inches right there. So hooray for me. This whole inside just looks like a hot mess, to be completely honest. Well, and apparently my arms are not a size 12 either. So I'm having to bring in the arms just a little bit because they're a little too baggy. So that's fun. As much as I hate tailoring stuff though, I have to admit, it does look a lot better now that I've tailored it. So what more do I have left on my jacket? Well, I have to alter this sleeve because it's baggy because I didn't do this one, but this one's all done. So I'm just gonna see how much I pulled it in here, which is like, what, an inch? That's not a lot at all, right? And then I'm gonna start working on the lining. I have all my pieces cut out. Altering sucks. I hate it. I think it's really hard, and maybe it's because I'm not very experienced with it. It's just kind of difficult. It's frustrating. I've had to rip so many seams. Have you ever altered anything? Do you have any tips for me? Anything that will make it easier? I think probably what I need to do next time when I'm making a commercial pattern, really pay attention to the measurements and use those sizes for each part. Kind of like what they do in Fast Fit. In the book, they teach you how to use you know, a size 12 up here, a size 6 or 8 or whatever down here, and how to change all that. So I think that's probably what I need to do next time instead of just being like, we'll make a 12 and see how it goes. Big mistake. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Leave me encouraging words in the comments below, or any tips you may have, or tell me a story. Tell me a story in the comments below because I would love to hear a little story from you. Don't forget to subscribe to the Weird Girls YouTube channel where you can see more of my cosplay, Danny Danger talking about her comic books, Jedi Amanda talking about Disney and Star Wars, and Mark talking about everything else in between. Oh, how could I forget Zombie? Yeah, she's doing gaming stuff. I hear her Goat Simulator is like hilarious. It's a game where you pretend to be a goat. And I really want to watch this video of hers, but I know once I do, I'll be hooked and I'll want to be a goat all the time.